Welcome to the Storyworks podcast, guys. I'm Zach Gosen, your host.
And I'm Andrew Hall, your co-host.
Davis is sitting across the way, monitoring these beautiful sound waves.
He's jingling some keys, making some sound waves of his own.
Welcome to another episode. We dove into the past this past week.
We watched a time machine.
We zipped back. We watched a couple fucking pretty dope period movies.
Yeah, man. Very cool stuff. Not stuff that I've seen before.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while since I've seen anything set in the kind of 17 to 1800s.
Yeah, I mean, straight up, the last time I saw something in the 1700s, I think, was like in high school when we watched like The Patriot.
I can't believe they let us watch The Patriot in high school, man.
It's like essentially just like American Highlander.
It really is. I'm pretty sure a dude gets decapitated by a cannonball in that movie.
I think you're right. The
teachers just kind of look away for a second. That shit was crazy. But yeah, no, it's been a second, and we're going to talk about a couple films that are recent, pretty recent. One very recent, just came out this year.
New release, and then a little bit of an older film.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about Prey, 2022's Prey.
The latest installment in the Predator series.
Fucking phenomenal. And then after, we're going to have a little conversation about The Revenant, 2015. Which really just kind of goes along with Prey, because Prey's set in the early 1700s. This is the early 1800s, but you kind of have a little cross.
And it also just has that like naturalistic feeling to it.
Yes.
That air of survival.
Oh my gosh, 100%, man. Yeah, so let's start with Prey. Prey just came out. It was kind of under my radar for a second.
I didn't really hear anything about it until like maybe 2 days before you asked if I wanted to watch it with you guys.
Yeah. I guess it's because Predator wasn't in the name of the movie itself, which is a really cool choice.
Yeah, no, it definitely, like, because I remember seeing like Predators, or I didn't see it, but seeing like the trailers for like,
yeah,
I think the last installment was like Predators.
Yeah, well, there's Predators, and then The Predator came out.
Oh, yeah.
A couple years ago, which I didn't do very good. I think Predators at least did better than that. But
okay. See, I haven't seen, like, Prey was my first installment in the Predator-verse.
And I loved that. It's actually like the perfect movie to kind of go into if you haven't seen any Predator movies.
Yeah, because it takes place like chronologically first. Right?
Yeah, which is so cool. I was super into that. So yeah, it was kind of under the radar because it just didn't scream Predator in the title. So and also the choice to have it release on Hulu instead of going straight to a theatrical release.
Yeah.
Very interesting for a really big franchise like Predator, man.
Yeah, definitely.
A big IP like that. That's kind of crazy.
To just do straight to streaming.
Even Alien vs. Predator 2 was in a theater, and that should have been a straight to sci-fi film. Yeah. So, really interesting choice. Nonetheless, I think you should get the fuck on Hulu and watch this shit ASAP. Fan or not of Predator.
Yeah, I mean, like you don't really have to know anything about the franchise to watch Prey.
It's literally a reintroduction to the franchise itself. So, like, if you haven't watched it before, it's perfect. And honestly, it's just a really fun kind of action horror movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's
that survival of, like, you're just watching this thing hunt them while they hunt him.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And he knows they're hunting him, but they know that he knows that they know.
He knows that they know. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just a really fun movie. Really fun movie to get a group with, I think. This is a group viewing experience for sure.
Oh, definitely.
We had a lot of fun having a couple friends over and just getting some snacks and stuff and watching this. So.
Oh yeah, no, it was a really good time.
Absolutely. This movie was directed by Dan Trachtenberg. He was known for 10 Cloverfield Lane mostly. Like, that was his last feature film.
Okay, I never saw that.
Yeah, it's actually like it happens within the Cloverfield universe.
Yeah. I never saw Cloverfield.
Yeah.
I know that
Have
that
you seen
one's-
Cloverfield, Davis? No.
I know that it's like a big like
a found
supernatural found footage horror thing.
Yeah. So I saw I saw Cloverfield.
But 10
I like
Cloverfield
it.
Lane is like pretty different, right?
Very different. It's like from what I get out of it, it seems like you're trapped in a house kind of. It's almost like a Get Out kind of movie.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Um,
in the trailers I saw they were in like a bunker or something.
Yeah, you're stuck in some kind of bunker. I'm actually really interested in 10 Cloverfield Lane because
And
like
there's like I know there's
Cloverfield
like
was
another
disappointing to me.
movie in the Cloverfield universe as
that
well.
was like the Cloverfield paradox
yeah,
or something.
and I hear that like did not do well.
Right. Yeah, it had a lot of hype, but I think it fell
I think
flat.
it was originally like this in the script or whatever was not originally designed to be a Cloverfield movie.
Really?
From what I like read about it.
Wow.
And then like in the last stages of planning for it or whatever,
It
they
turned into one.
decided to slap on the Cloverfield
Did
name.
J.J. Abrams just like kick the fucking door down within the last pages of the script and be like, "This is now a
Put it on
Cloverfield
there!
movie"?
Bad robot production. I don't know, honestly.
Well, I'm not super into that, like the third installment. 10 Cloverfield Lane seems really cool because it also seems like secluded. Like it could
Yeah.
almost be its
own
thing.
thing. Yeah, plus it's got John Goodman in it.
I fucking the dude, yes, John Goodman, yeah, and it looks like he gives a great performance. That's one of the reasons I was really interested in that. You know, in my college sound design class, we did a Foley sequence scene from that movie, which
Oh,
is really
really?
cool. Yeah, it was actually pretty sick. So he did 10 Cloverfield Lane. He's also done a lot of TV. So he's actually directed episodes of The Boys, a couple here and there.
Oh, okay.
I think including the pilot. So
Really?
yeah,
That's cool.
that's really cool. I always love seeing TV directors kind of coming out and get to stretch
Yeah,
onto
yeah.
the big screen, you know?
Did you notice anything like his style that translated from the episodes of The Boys he did to the movies?
I didn't notice like his directing style like it didn't feel like it was super distinct, at least in the Boys episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I will say I think like he got to spread his director wings a little bit more in a creative
With
way
this, yeah.
with this especially, but he also did a Black Mirror episode. That's a really
Oh.
big episode. Playtest.
I've
Is
never.
that the game one?
Yes.
I've
I
never
talk about
seen.
that one all the fucking
He's
time.
so this guy directed Playtest, which that's my favorite episode
I've never
of Black
seen an
Mirror.
episode of Black Mirror.
You never seen a single one?
No.
Bro, I will come
Dude.
over later.
Dude, no, straight up. Because season 3, episode 1 is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing on it's a huge social media commentary.
Some of the later on episodes started to fall flat, or like
Yeah.
the same what is it called? Like
Same kind of themes or
same
like
themes, yeah.
Yeah.
But man, that is a good show. You got
Black Mirror's really good, man. Yeah, I
Oh,
would
yeah,
say
no,
like we
for
could watch season 3, episode 1, and then this is season 3, episode 2, Playtest. Really great like horror episode. I can definitely see some strands from that to Prey a little bit. I
Yeah.
loved his like style in Prey. It was beautifully shot. So
Oh yeah, no. Like I loved the cinematography of Prey,
yeah.
the sweeping shots of like the forests and the
Dude, yeah.
mountains.
It's so vividly green. Like
Yeah.
the colors are beautiful.
I loved the the continual like drone shots of the forest that
Yeah.
they do, like the overhead bird's eye view.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I've
I
seen
love
it.
that
Are
stuff.
there good practical effects in it?
In
Yeah.
Prey,
Yeah.
Prey does do practicals. Yeah, it's like a mix of VFX and practical, which I love.
Yeah.
Because if it's all green screen, it's just not great. They're all on location with this, which is
which
beautiful,
is very, very cool.
and you can tell. This was a $65 million production.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't have any box office numbers. I'm not sure
I
how it
don't
can
know
perform
how. I was gonna say I don't know how like
going straight to
the like the
um,
money side works in terms of like streaming sites like that.
Yeah. I can imagine that. And I've listened to some interviews. I feel like you can just tell in his voice. He's like it's like a hit that
Yeah.
it didn't go straight to theaters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think it's COVID related or what?
It's not COVID related at this point because theaters are open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? any interviews I listened to, he didn't really go into why. I think it must be a studio executive decision.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if there was something in line because obviously they didn't make this since COVID. You know,
Right.
started many
Is
years ago. So
this?
I didn't know if it was like a certain deal that happened.
Yeah. Well, this was a 6-year process from the time that he had
Damn.
the idea developed. And part of that, I think, was production during COVID, like because it just takes longer. It just takes longer. There's a lot more you have to look out for.
Oh, definitely, man.
So it was a big project in the making. And I think it was all worth it. I mean, 6 years pulled
definitely.
together. They made
Yeah.
a great fucking flick. Hopefully it makes the money it needs to. You know, go watch this movie, dude.
Definitely, yeah.
You got a Hulu subscription? Check that shit out.
Avatar 2 is sweating right now.
Yeah. Avatar
2.
Shape of Water or whatever.
17 years.
Oh,
When we
shit.
make money, dude.
James
Yeah.
Cameron is like doing somersaults in anticipation.
Oh my god, dude, yeah. So, can you imagine 6 years of development for a project, though?
I see that is the. You never change equipment
What do you mean?
Like
you never
you
do
can't
all, like,
upgrade the gear. Yeah.
at all because like
It'll change
shit
the-
happens quick, especially in technology now.
Right.
It's like, you
Yeah,
know,
I'm not sure how long in production they were.
Right. I meant
But
a lot of it was post.
a lot of it was there's a good amount of post, but also a lot of it up front, getting the idea greenlit.
Yeah.
There's so much to test when it's such a big IP like this. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
And it's hard, especially when like the last film before you didn't do
Fucked.
good
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, exactly. So
Makes the studio execs like way less like open to the idea.
yeah. So let's get into this a little bit here. I'm just going to read off a quick synopsis of the movie. A skilled Comanche warrior protects her tribe from a highly evolved alien predator that hunts humans for sport, fighting against wilderness, dangerous colonizers, and this mysterious creature to keep her people safe. Andrew, what'd you think about this movie, man? Your first trip into a predator adventure.
First step into the Predator verse, as it were. I really liked this movie. I thought it was super cool. Because when you first told me about it, I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw like that plot synopsis and I was like, wait, this takes place in the 1700s.
Right.
And these are Comanche warriors using like bows and arrows and spears
Fucking tomahawks.
and
shit.
tomahawks. And they're going up against the Predator, which like is a alien from outer space who has like a bunch of different like cool gear.
Oh, yeah.
How do you beat that?
Ever played Far Cry
Far Cry Primal.
But yeah, so I was just very intrigued to see like, well, what are they gonna do to this thing?
Was there anything that drew you to this more than like since you've never checked out a Predator movie before, or it just wasn't on your radar before?
I think yeah, it wasn't that I had like a dislike of Predator movies or anything like that, because I do have in my bedroom like a Predator skull.
Right? Yeah, that's cool as shit.
I got it. My family and I went to Mexico one year, and I got it at like a
The
vendor
Predator
shop.
was in Mexico.
The Predator.
You
was
killed
there.
the Predator?
I killed him. And I took his skull.
I took his fucking head.
But no. So I there was a vendor there who was like selling like cow / like fish bone sculptures,
Yeah,
and he had made a Predator skull.
that's pretty sick.
And I was like, that's I had never seen the films or anything like that, but I was just like,
Yeah,
that's really cool. So I
Right.
bought it. And up until, a couple weeks ago, I had been like a poser.
yeah. Up
You know-
until just a couple weeks ago.
You know what I mean? I had the skull, but I hadn't seen any of the films or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Still a cool collectible.
Yeah, and I guess
Is there more sentiment to it now?
Oh,
That you've
definitely.
seen the Predator
for sure. But yeah, I guess it was just like I just had other movies to watch.
Right. Right. I mean, quickly, like if you don't start with the original, it's like then you feel like you kind of have to
Mhm.
go back, and then you have like a backlog to watch. So
Yeah.
that's why this is I keep saying it. It's the perfect re-entry into the series. That's
Yeah,
why.
I talked about how I felt about it. How did you feel about it being you've seen like the first Predator movie, right?
Yeah, dude. I was so hyped when I like was finally learning that this existed.
Yeah.
Because like I saw the poster on Hulu or whatever, I was like, Prey, okay. Didn't say Predator, so
Yeah.
so I didn't
You
look
just
into
see
it.
like the chick with like the
She had the green blood, but like I didn't
But you're not immediately gonna.
I didn't make that connection right off the bat, right? So I was like so excited. As soon as I heard Predator in the 1700s, I was like, huh? And then it was like Comanche tribes fighting them. I was like, are you fucking me right now? Holy shit.
Very, very insane.
And it delivered.
What a concept, yeah.
It delivered on so many fronts. It just felt so much like the first one, but better. I'm gonna say it.
Oh, he
I
said
liked it better.
He said it.
You know, I watched these Predators movies when I was like younger.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely watched them when I was younger, so I've always had this like fascination with them.
Yeah.
And yeah, this just kept it going. Like I kind of fell off after Predators. I didn't watch the Predator. I was just kind of like, eh.
Okay.
Something about bringing it back like this and in this way just
it
made
almost
it work
feels
so well
like
for me.
a soft reboot of sorts or something.
Yeah, exactly. And nostalgia too, but also it's so different. I mean, they shot this movie twice essentially during production. Once in English,
Yes.
and there's a full Comanche dub, which is like the coolest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, no,
And it's the first film to do that.
That's awesome. Because I mean, like, the main character is Comanche. She's from a Comanche tribe, and they often, like, in the movie, at least the version that we watched, they all speak English, but then they'll throw in Comanche words into their speech.
Yeah, it's like kind of half and half.
Yeah. So it gives you a kind of like disconnect almost.
It does, most definitely.
It kind of rips you out of your immersion in the moment.
I felt the same way, yeah.
So like I definitely want to check the movie out again when the Comanche dub is like out.
You know what I found out?
Is it out?
It was already available. Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah, I thought it was like
I'll die right now.
I thought I was listening to an interview and I thought it was like something that they were still like working on,
Rolling
but no,
out.
they did it on
well,
site.
then we'll just have to watch it again.
Yeah, like straight up, because like that was my only complaint with the movie the whole time, and that's not even like a fault on them because they immediately remedied it. You know?
Yeah,
what I
they were
mean?
like, oh yeah, no, we do have a.
Yeah, and they're like, oh no, we did this for sure. So because like you just get kind of pulled out of that immersion because it's a very immersive experience.
Because they like the Frenchmen.
They spoke French.
All
yeah,
speak
the
French.
trappers.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be really fucking good. Like, yeah,
Oh,
I feel like it would be 100% immersion because they shot on location.
Yes.
You were right there in the forest with them. The costumes were accurate. The war paint. It was just they put you fully in that. So to be 100% in that, speaking the language,
oh yeah, no.
that's just gonna make your experience 10% better. I meant to say 100% better.
10%. Plus 90%.
Plus 90%. So, yeah, how'd you feel about the character performances? How'd you like the main character?
I liked the main character. She was very, very cool. I liked her dog.
Oh my god.
She had a dog.
Dude, he was like a saved like a rescued animal.
Yeah.
It's the story of the pup. We love that shit.
We love that. But yeah, she's like this, hunter-gatherer type who wants to become a hunter.
Very disinterested in the role of the female.
She's like the gatherer type, and her brother is a hunter, and she wants to be a hunter as well.
Yeah. Gathers angrily.
Yeah, she's a really good like tracker.
Amber,
like the best tracker.
Amber Midthunder's her name.
Okay.
And yeah, she played Naru.
Yeah, very, very cool character. I liked that she felt very, sure of what she wanted to do and her purpose and everything. Just a really like strong character.
Very strong, very refined. She's very out to prove herself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Because she's not really, she wants to be accepted as a hunter in her village, and it's just not there.
They're
it's
just like,
not
no,
happening.
Go back, you're a healer.
Right, exactly. And that's something really cool about her is that she has the healing aspect. Very cool. She kind of finds ways to fight the predator in that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where it makes her the only person capable of taking this enemy
definitely.
on, which is super fucking cool.
Very, very interesting, like, concept.
Absolutely. Dakota Beavers as Tabe, her brother,
Her brother, yeah.
who becomes the war chief after he pretty much takes her kill.
Oh, yeah.
When they're doing their ritual hunt.
Yeah.
I did love him though. I did
No,
love his character.
he's a very cool dude. He's like a big brother
yeah.
type. He definitely does kind of steal her thunder,
That part sucked.
which sucks.
Only part I didn't like.
But then he goes out and helps her.
He does. Yeah. Definitely gets redeemed.
Yeah, definitely. Just a very interesting dynamic between the two of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the beginning, it's a lot of like back and forth between the two of them.
Yeah.
But they really do form a bond throughout the movie, which is really nice to see.
Yeah, we love the familial bonds being tightened.
Absolutely. How much should we get into, like, before we do some spoiler stuff? I feel like we might want to talk a little bit of spoilers on this one.
We can go a little bit in.
Because I want to talk.
You want to talk about
By
it?
the time it's out there,
You're right.
That's
you're
true.
right.
That's true.
So
Plus,
we're-
I mean, it's not like this movie isn't streaming.
Right.
Like, you could literally
Pause and go watch
pause
it.
the pod, go watch the movie, come back and listen.
Do it up.
Andrew Logic.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna get into some spoilers.
It's spoiler time.
Dude, the Predator was so fucking cool in this movie.
Dude, no, he was dope.
It's a different design than what we've seen.
I was gonna
before.
say he normally is like armored up. Yeah,
super armored up.
that's
yeah.
because that's what I was expecting
Yeah.
when I went in. I was like, this dude is like a space traveler, bounty hunter from
Mhm.
space who is like all armored up, and he's got like wrist rockets and swords and shit. I'm like, what are they gonna do
Right.
to that with a bow and arrow or a spear with like a rock head on it?
God damn, dude. I know, right?
But no, this dude, I don't know if maybe he just is giving them like a fair chance or something like that. But he like,
I feel like it's just about that hunt. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it's
because he's wearing like nothing.
right. He's got his helmet.
He's got like his helmet, his like wrist guns
Mhm.
and like blades. But that's it. Like he's not really wearing like any chest armor or like leg armor really.
He's open, dude.
So he's susceptible to arrows and spears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. I really liked that because it's like an open challenge, you know, and that's all.
I think that's kind of what
That
it
it's
is
about,
too. Is
yeah.
that he's like, he
I'm here to
lives
fight,
for the,
motherfucker.
Yeah, he lives for
Take
the,
your shirt
the
off.
thrill of it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the whole thing. But this is definitely a more primal version of the Predators we've seen. Like I
Yeah.
feel like
see, I don't have like the
right.
insight into the other predators. That
Yeah,
we've
like
met.
even in the first one, you know, he's got more armor. He's more geared up.
Yeah,
But they're also, I feel like they're more careful. Like Predators will have moments within movies where they'll throw their shit down and just go balls to the wall to fight.
yeah.
But I feel like this one is in that mode all the time.
He's just ready.
He's just like, I'll fucking fight a bear right now.
No, literally,
He fights a bear. That's
I
like-
loved those scenes
Yeah.
of you're watching like a mouse in grass get
Yeah.
eaten by a snake,
Yes.
who is then eaten by, or who is
The
then
predator,
yeah,
yeah.
it tries to like bite the cloaked predator, and he just grabs it and just skins it.
Yeah, dude.
He sees, a fish get eaten by a bear, and then he fights the bear
That scene is so fucking cool, man.
and just gets drenched in his blood.
Oh my god, that shit was baller.
It's dope. He just doesn't give a fuck, and
Talk
he just
about
he just
bear
wants
scenes.
he literally is just looking for the strongest thing to fight.
Like, and as soon as he kills the strongest thing in sight, he's like
Where's the next?
literally scanning the area. Oh my god.
He's like, if you're not a threat, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, for real. So his gear in this was really cool.
Yeah.
The shield was super cool. Gave me God of War vibes.
Yeah.
From the most recent God of War.
The way he was like cutting heads off and shit.
Yeah, and the way that it does the same thing. It
The
spins
spiral,
out. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was fucking sick. Usually his shoulder, you know those lasers?
Yeah.
I feel like that's usually more of a gun. It's not like spears like that.
Yeah, you think he like
So
that's
the
kind of what I'm
spears were
saying
really
is like
cool.
he like adapted his technology to be like theirs kind of.
Yeah. Like either that
Or
the
maybe the
predators
predators
themselves
just
were
they weren't that technologically advanced yet. They were
right.
200 years behind. Just weird that they'd be like space traveling with no armor.
Yeah. No, I totally feel that. But yeah, I feel like it's the vibe we were talking about where this dude found Earth. He's the first predator to find Earth. He's like, what do we got,
I mean,
boys?
yeah, and it's crazy because he shows up. He just kind of like crash lands, I think,
Yeah.
because
That's what it looks like.
she sees the ship at the beginning of the movie just like
Yeah.
smoking, going down,
Mm-hmm.
and she takes that as her sign that it's time to become more than just a gatherer.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Just like it's fucking go time. We get a lot of crazy scenes in this, man. The French trapping scene,
Dude.
like the burnt forest,
Yeah.
that is an incredible fight sequence.
Just all those Frenchmen, dude.
And he's just hopping from tree to tree. He's taking hits too, man. Like,
yeah, no, he definitely
he's
gets
getting-
tagged a couple times.
yeah, that's the cool thing about this.
Because at one point he breaks off and then it like shows him like
Yeah.
bandaging his wound.
Uh-huh. Yep. What did you think about the ending? The demise?
I thought it was very cool.
Yeah.
I loved the Chekhov's swamp
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Like the quicksand.
Yeah. How did you realize that pretty quickly that they were getting close to
No,
that mud
I
pit
didn't
or
realize
whatever?
that they were in the mud pit. Like that they
Yeah.
were there until he was in the pit, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I love how they wrapped the movie around like that.
I was like, we're here.
Yeah, dude. I heard that filming that scene was fucking awful.
Yeah, having to jump in that like 9 times because you have to keep doing retakes.
I don't know why, but the director said it smelled terrible
Oh,
in the pit.
no.
I'm like, and people got to jump in this
That can't
pit.
be good.
He's like, we dug it ourselves. We
dug
filled it up.
ourselves.
I don't know why, but it really fucking stank.
Ew. Ew.
Now get in there for take 8. It's so fuck. But the look of her having to seriously get out of that, I mean, that was such a tense scene.
Yeah.
It's effective. I mean, it
As
looks.
she's like throwing the tomahawk with chain.
Yeah. Also, that's so fucking sick. That's her like weapon that she
was
made.
like, look, man, I might not be able to, throw an axe super accurately.
Yeah.
But if I got the chain,
Tomahawk
it
with
don't
chain,
matter.
baby. Yeah, dude.
Joey Wheeler voice, kunai with chain.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that was a very dope invention of hers.
Oh my god, yeah, dude.
And it
Yeah,
definitely
she's finding
saved
her
her
own
life.
ways to fight back, dude.
Very, very cool. to
Yeah.
see.
So I loved the end of this movie. I thought they capped it off perfect. It's always cool to see like how are they gonna do it? How are they gonna fucking get this thing?
I loved seeing her like learn how to use a pistol.
Yeah, dude.
the
was like
Frenchman,
was his leg off?
his leg
or
was
something?
like completely cut off.
Yeah, dude.
And-
Jesus.
He was like, "Oh, if you help me, if you save me, I'll tell you how to use that pistol."
Yeah.
And then
She's
he
like,
tells
"Alright."
her, and then she just gets up and leaves him.
Yeah, dude. That shit's fucking funny. Of course. Fuck the French.
He said it. He said it. Alienating an entire country in 3 words.
We're talking about 17...
Disclaimer: the French in the 1700s in America.
Fuck the French and pray is what I was going to say, guys. Everybody just caught me off before I said fuck the French and pray the movie. I love the French.
Oh
Son of a bitch.
yeah.
I was going to say baguettes, but that would make it worse or something. That's awful.
Anyway,
So what would you give Prey, my man? Out of 10.
out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 8, like a strong 8.
Strong
I
8.
think.
I think I'm going to go right there with you. I think it's a really fun watch, and I think it's rewatchable too.
Oh, definitely. I think it's very consumable, which might be part of the reason why they streamed it, honestly.
You know, you might be right. Because you can watch it and then just have people over the next night and watch it again.
Yeah.
Run those numbers up.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Prey.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so definitely go check that shit out. I really enjoyed it. After we watched that, it just kind of had us in a period mode. You know what I mean? Like going back to period pieces.
Yeah, in that kind of older era, kind of survival-y feel to it.
Right. So, and, you know, bears. There's a big bear scene in this movie, and I was like,
a big bear scene.
dude, have you, I looked at Andrew, I said, have you ever seen The Revenant?
And I said, oh, that's the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, right? No, I haven't.
And the bear. Everybody just, if you haven't seen it, you at least know there's a bear in it.
Yeah.
The bear fight. So we decided to check The Revenant out. I've only seen it once.
I had never seen it, and I was like, oh, this is the movie that got him an Oscar? What's all the fuss about?
Right. This movie blew me away.
Wonderful movie.
Yeah, like the first time I watched it, I mean, I was just mesmerized.
It's insane.
The way it was shot.
All like the long cuts.
Yeah, and it goes along with Prey in the immersive factor.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a really immersive film, and it was a very, very immersive experience for the crew.
Yeah.
Filming in the cold like that. I mean, this is... I've seen a lot of interesting conversations between the director and some of the cast about really getting in the environment and getting into the characters' heads and what it was like to have to survive in those harsh conditions in the early 1800s.
It probably had to suck,
dude.
if I had to guess.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio always seems so proud of it, but then like there's so much pain in his eyes when he's talking about. He's like, yeah, 9 months. It took 9 months. We were out there in the cold. 9 months.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he deserved that Oscar, dude. He worked his ass off. So just for anybody who maybe doesn't know about The Revenant, I feel like most people would, but here's a little synopsis. The Revenant describes frontiersman Hugh Glass's experiences in 1823, which is based on the 1915 poem, The Song of Hugh Glass.
That's like a real dude.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. And it's like mostly legends, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like mostly legends about him.
This man who like survived a vicious bear attack.
Yeah. Alejandro was like super drawn to that. They talk about how it's a revenge story. It's a very simple story. Sure. The script wasn't super meaty or anything like that.
But it doesn't have to be.
Exactly, and that was how that was their view on it. They had a lot of conversations about going into the elements and feeling this story out once they get there.
Yeah.
A lot of it happened on site.
Okay.
Which is really it's a really unique experience.
We're improvising this movie.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know to what degree that they were filling things in, but just from the way that they were talking, they were like, this may seem bland now, but it's going to really come together.
It'll fill itself out once we're there. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I get that.
Which is really cool.
Oh, for sure.
Could you imagine, like, working on something in these conditions? So imagine, I mean, it's winter, dead winter. Sub-freezing temperatures.
No.
You're waking. No. You're waking up at the ass crack of dawn.
Like 3:30 a.m.
And you're rehearsing until you get your hour and a half of golden daylight hour. And then you have an hour and a half to shoot. And you've seen The Revenant, right, Davis? No? Damn it, bro. We got to, man. Yeah. You've seen these battle sequences that are like one shot.
Yeah. If you fuck it up, you have to like take an entire extra day.
Yeah. They're doing rehearsal and choreography all day to get that one shot.
One take, yeah.
Wait, are you describing the U.S. Army or the Revenant?
Dude, it's fucking crazy. A lot of them talk about how theatrical it was in that way.
Oh, for
that
sure.
you're rehearsing
Yeah.
all those movements and the really intense choreography of it all.
Well, yeah, when you have those huge scenes, man, with
Yeah.
all those people in it, it gets to be almost like a theater number at times.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I mean, I just hats off to them, man. They deserved every award
Oh,
that they
for
got.
sure.
They worked
Everybody,
hard.
yeah, everybody who was a part of that cast and crew,
Yeah.
hats off to them.
I know there was a lot of stories going around when it was released about people dropping out and like being just
it's
done with it, which
like-
everybody has said too. It's understandable.
Dude, yeah, you're working in insane conditions. There's
Yeah.
a man who gets dragged through the snow naked by horse for like 200 meters.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio ate a bison liver.
Like, it was his live
For
first
real.
reaction. He throws up.
It's fucked up, dude. It's so fucked. Yeah, he deserved his Oscar for that. It was such a great performance. I mean, there's not even that much dialogue. It's a lot of I'm grunting
Just, yeah.
because I'm dying.
You see it. It's
for
a lot of acting in the
An hour and a
eyes.
half of this movie. Yeah, straight up. Very facial, dude.
Mhm.
The scene where like he's watching
Yeah.
It
yeah,
happened,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It
the
just-
pivotal plot point, and he's like foaming at the mouth, but he can't
Dude,
move.
Yeah.
That shit is, oh my god, crazy. I didn't bring this up yet, but the director Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu, he won Best Director and Best Picture for The Revenant.
Hey, we
So
love
that was
that.
a fucking double. And the year before, you heard of Birdman?
No,
You've never heard of Birdman?
I don't think so.
Oh, we should do a Birdman episode because I haven't, like, I've heard of it, but I haven't
haven't
had the
seen
time to
it.
see it myself. It's Michael Keaton, right? It's a
Okay.
film about a movie star who played a major comic book character in the past,
Okay.
and he has like a dying career that he is. It's like a drama comedy. He's like
Okay.
desperately trying to revive his career through this character,
Okay.
and it becomes
okay.
a whole like, is this character haunting him thing? Like,
Oh, all right.
he's
all
like
right.
putting his life in array. He's like almost thinking about doing a theatrical, like it's Broadway. I think he's trying to do Birdman on Broadway.
It just
It's
it
literally
consumes
Batman.
Him. Yeah.
It's literally
Okay.
Batman and Michael
Yeah,
Keaton.
yeah.
Is the way that I look at it. So it's
Uh-huh.
like the perfect Michael Keaton role. And this movie was shot, Birdman was shot to look like all one shot.
Oh, that's
It's one of those like where
That's dope.
it all flows like that. And The Revenant's almost like that. It has those
And it-
incredibly
yeah.
long takes.
all those big, long tracking shots.
Yeah.
Oh,
Birdman won Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Original Screenplay.
oh, geez. It's a triple threat.
Yeah, so we gotta watch.
Okay,
we gotta watch
I'm
Birdman.
down. I'm down.
Birdman episode incoming sometime. But yeah, so to win 3 Oscars and then the next year,
Win 2, and
Win
then have
2.
your lead actor win Best Actor.
amazing, dude. Like that's so incredible. I can't imagine how that felt.
Accomplished, probably.
Yeah, and I mean like they're both. What's the word? It's like a big aspiration to do these kind of things. Like the
Oh,
one shot
yeah.
look for Birdman, that's hard to do.
Oh, definitely.
These long takes in these conditions in this restrained time, that is fucking hard to do.
Oh, yeah.
But it pays off because it's an amazing.
It adds so much
Really.
to it.
It really does. What do you have any other like general thoughts kind of on the movie before we start talking a little bit more about characters and stuff?
I really liked the dichotomy between the characters of the movie. I
Yeah.
liked the representation of different races in the film. 'Cause,
Right.
I mean, like Glass's son is Native American.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then that clashing with John Fitzgerald, Tom Hardy's character.
Yeah.
Really great stuff between that. I mean, it's very tense.
Dude, yeah, no, it's very period accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
We'll say
absolutely,
that.
dude.
We'll say that.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, But yeah, no, I just loved, like I said, the cinematography is just so good.
Yeah, they really make you feel like you're there. Like it's like you're somebody looking over
Yeah, you're like,
like
yeah, you're
Glass's
over
shoulder the
shoulder.
whole time.
Yeah,
You know what I
dude.
mean? It's like you're right there with him. And these incredible battle sequences just feel like you're in the battle when they shoot it that way.
Yes.
I've always felt like that when they do these long takes, like Game of Thrones, the Northman's village siege
village
scene
raid,
that we
yeah,
talked
yeah,
about.
Yeah.
It just puts you right fucking there, and it makes it that much more effective.
Yeah. No, I love those long shots.
And when he's just like crawling on the ground from recovering, and you're just right there with him, you're right down on the ground.
Yeah, dude.
Very good stuff. I love that. I love that you're just following him that entire journey. Like
yes. It's just seeing him, heal from his wounds is just unreal.
It's like it's so much, dude. He goes through so much.
It's crazy.
Did you ever? So here's a good question. Did you ever feel like it dragged? Because this is a long movie. This is what 2.5 hours.
That's the
maybe
thing.
more.
Yeah, it is a long movie, but no, I don't really think the script dragged.
Good.
Or like the film dragged rather. I think that like any slow moments that the movie had were essential to like, because I mean, were you expecting him to like recover from a bear attack in like a day?
With no modern medicine, right?
Yeah, you're in the 1800s, man.
And it's what? It's like a 9-minute attack sequence. Like,
it's like a big fight that goes on for like he gets
toy.
like absolutely demolished.
It's like you can feel those claws on
No,
his
like
back.
that's what I'm saying.
Dude.
Like you were talking about like how the film feels like you're right there with him. That bear scene is like terrifying.
When he's going for the gun, you're like, don't do it.
Like if
It's
there's
just gonna come
ever
back.
a thing to like make you be afraid of bears, it's this scene of bears.
I was already
bears.
scared of bears, and then I saw the Revenant.
And then it made you
I'm fucking horrified of bears.
deathly
Dude.
terrified.
That's why I was scared when the Predator killed a bear. I'm like, he killed a bear.
No,
I can't kill a bear.
I can't kill a bear.
Bears are fucking scary, dude.
They're
Anyways.
huge, man. But
do you know when you see the cubs, he comes around the bend and you see the bear cubs, and then you're like,
he's like, wait a
no,
second. And then he just turns.
and it's running at him immediately.
God.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Um,
I've had nightmares of bears running at me. Hate that shit.
but yeah, no, I think that like the slow moments of the movie were essential to like show his recovery
Absolutely.
and stuff like that.
It's like there's slow moments sometimes, but it's like you're just seeing his grueling process. You know what I
Yes.
mean? You're right there with him. Yeah. So I think we'll talk a little bit of spoilers, kind of going into some stuff.
Getting into spoiler time.
What did you think about Tom Hardy's performance and his end that he met? So we haven't talked about like what the revenge.
I hate Fitzgerald.
He's such a piece of shit, dude.
He sucks.
He's like the exact opposite
The
of
absolute
Glass.
worst person.
Yeah.
He's just like scum. He's just in it for the money.
100%.
Like literally, like, and yeah, you said they're like he's like the inverse of Glass. Literally at the beginning of the movie when they're attacked by what is it, the Ree? Is that what they're called?
The Ree are hunting him down.
Glass tells everybody to just leave the pelts and get on the boat. He's like, save your lives, get on the boat.
Yes.
And then Fitzgerald is like, grab the pelts.
It comes over to him and there's
grab the belts.
that's a one shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I felt like it was because you weave from Glass,
No,
you
it
go
is.
over to him, and he's what the fuck are y'all doing? Grab the pelts.
Yeah.
That'd be Davis.
No.
He'd be like, I'm getting my money from this
Fitzgerald
trip.
is all about the bag, man.
He chases the sack.
We didn't come here for no fucking reason.
Literally, that's literally.
No, that's him. That's him. That's him.
It's him and his posse who follows him that are holding pelts.
It's like, dude, we already made it here. And you want this to stop us?
Dude. Let's just edit Davis in to
Yes,
the Revenant
yes,
as Tom Hardy's
yes.
character.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Pick that shit up, man. Come on.
Into this, dude? Come on, bro.
And then the pelts that they save, they end up having to store away anyways. And he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, fucking great, dude! You're telling me I have to hide this shit and hope it's still here?"
Yeah, he's just fucking pissed the whole time, dude. He's just
But no, I mean, Tom Hardy is wonderful.
He does amazing.
That's the thing. Like, if you are able to like create a character that like I dislike this badly,
yeah.
You're doing a really good job at it.
Right. No, they
that
make
means
you
that means you're
despise him.
performing your job correctly. You're doing a good job.
Yeah, most
Good
definitely.
job, Tom Hardy.
His like accent that he had going on was like great in that movie.
Yeah.
Really fucking loved seeing Will Poulter in this.
Is that
That's like the younger guy. That's kind of that
yeah,
Fitzgerald
the
is
dude
kind of
from-
manipulating.
Yes, yeah. The dude from We're the Millers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's cool to see him in something like
Have you seen We're the Millers?
serious.
It's the kid from like the son from We're the Millers. He's
He's like that nerdy kid. Yeah.
he's in The Revenant.
And he's really good in it.
No, yeah,
man.
he does a really good job.
Domhnall Gleeson.
Oh
is that how you
yeah,
say his
Domhnall
name?
Gleeson.
Yeah, he was awesome in it.
Yeah, General Hux.
General Hux. Yeah, that was like my first introduction to him. I didn't recognize him from anything else until I knew him as General Hux. And then I
Yeah.
started seeing him, and he's a great actor.
First thing I saw him in was Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
seeing him in The Revenant, he did so good.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god, I love him. He's
Great
a king.
character.
He's a
I
king.
love him. Yeah.
Captain.
He didn't want to leave him. And then he leaves Fitzgerald with him. Like, that's one thing where I was like, you're going to leave Fitzgerald with him.
Like the dude who you already know doesn't like him.
And the dude who's like racist towards all Native Americans.
Yeah.
And there's a Native American son involved.
Yeah.
He's already acted racist towards him openly before that.
No, like to the point. So like he is like intentionally goading Glass's son to make him like lash out.
Oh my
so he
God.
can just call him like a savage.
Dude, all you need to do is blink if you want me to end it right here.
Yeah. So I mean, this fucking bear attack, man,
Yeah.
is insane. And then he manages to kill this fucker,
Fucking insane, dude.
and then
the bear's like on him, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
he's just being crushed by this bear,
my
and
God.
then the gang shows up, and they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't have shot."
Yeah, because the Ree's gonna be
Ree are
crawling
gonna
all
be
over us.
over us. You should have just killed it with your knife.
Yeah. Okay.
As he's like got
Cannot
his
talk.
like he can't talk. His chest is ripped apart. His back is ripped apart. His shoulders are ripped apart. His face is all clawed up.
Oh God.
And he can like barely breathe.
It's so bad, dude.
Like I watched it and I was just like, there's no way. Like there's no way that you can survive this. You can't do it. It's not possible. Narrator voice.
Yeah.
It was possible.
It was indeed possible. It's like the spirit of vengeance, dude.
Dude, no, literally, he becomes a revenant.
Straight up.
Yeah, just the fact that like they have to leave him behind, otherwise they'll all die.
Yeah, dude.
Um,
Will Poulter's character was like, he was trying to stay behind to he was like all in for it.
he was
And
like,
then
I'll stay with.
Fitzgerald's
He's like,
like-
I'll stay with his son, and it's all
Yeah.
good. And then the captain was like, oh well, then we'll need one more since you're a kid.
Right.
And then Fitzgerald was like, I'll do it for money.
Yeah, literally.
And then Will Poulter and Fitzgerald's son were like, yeah, you can have our shares.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh God.
He's like, all right then.
Yeah, and then he just is the
What,
entire.
like,
he's like, oh,
2
well,
days
we'll
in?
make sure he gets a proper burial.
Oh, it's so fucked up. Dude.
And he just looks at Glass and is just like, go ahead, blink if you want me to end it for you.
He's like acting like all sentimental.
Yeah,
like
he's
doing
like,
him a
oh,
favor.
it's just,
He can't Glass can't move. He can't say
literally
anything.
can't make any motions
He's
or
like
anything.
trying to talk.
And he gives him like the impossible, like,
Yeah.
you already have your eyes open. Blink for me if you want me to kill you. Like he's gonna hold his eyes open forever?
That's so
Because he tries to, and
he's
he's literally like, now go on, blink.
It's so fucked up. It's like, here's your choice, but
And then
it's not a choice.
and then he blinks because he has to.
What do you think that is? Do you think that's Fitzgerald just trying to like
Be
in
done
some
with it?
fucked up way? Do you think he's
Absolve
convincing
himself of
himself? Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
because it's like, I don't know, man.
I think that's his way. Because I don't think he believes in God
No,
or anything like that. So
No.
it's just him.
very narcissistic guy.
Yeah, because he even says like, I'll help you meet God or whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just him rationalizing it in his head so that he has like a story. He sounds
Right.
more believable when he tells the story.
Exactly. He's fucking trash.
But then, unfortunately, as he's trying to carry this out, his son appears. Glass's son
Mm-hmm.
shows up.
That's Forrest Goodluck. He plays Hawk.
Yeah, Hawk. Hawk appears and immediately starts calling out for help because, he sees this dude trying to kill his dad. And Fitzgerald kills Hawk
Fucking piece of shit, dude.
because he won't stop screaming.
Yep.
And then he hides the body. And, like, Glass can see the whole thing happen.
Yeah, that's the scene that I'm like, that's where he's like foaming at the mouth.
Just watching it.
Like crying. Oh my God, dude. Really, really crazy shit. And that's when the survival tale begins.
Yeah,
That's when it's him
that's
versus.
when the revenge
Yeah.
starts to form. And then Will Poulter comes back to the camp and is like, oh, where'd Hawk go?
Yeah.
Fitzgerald is just like, oh, I think if the Ree didn't kill him, he must have just fucking left.
Yep. Marie are coming. Pack up your shit. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, they sleep for a little bit and then he gets up, wakes him
Yeah.
up and is like, oh, the Ree are coming. We have to go. We can't take Glass with us. And then Poulter's like,
What?
what? We have to give him a proper burial.
Yeah.
We were paid to give him a proper burial. We said we would give him a proper burial. And he's like, all right, cool. And he's still alive. And then Fitzgerald's just like, all right, cool. Grab his legs and takes him to like the open grave
Yeah.
that he started digging
Uh-huh.
and tosses him in alive and starts burying him.
Dude, it's so fucked up.
And basically
He's so like pissed about it too. Like he didn't want to do it.
yeah. And like basically forces Will Poulter's character to come with him.
Right. I mean, he's like a little.
He literally like forces him to become an accomplice and then
Yeah.
like aid and abet him.
It's fucked up, man. And it's like, what's he gonna do? You know?
It's like that
At that point, he's still not fully
that
onto it.
insane like power dynamic
Exactly. Yeah.
manipulation.
He's like, what are you gonna do without me out here? Pretty
Yeah.
much. Like, can you make it back? So they have that's where their dynamic starts. Jim Bridger and Fitzgerald's kind
Bridger,
of,
yeah, Mr. Bridger.
Mhm.
That's his name.
So that's when they have a really crazy power dynamic kind of.
And they leave him, but
Yeah.
Bridger leaves his water canteen with them,
Yeah. Uh-huh. I love that.
which turns out to be a pivotal
Yes.
Chekhov's canteen.
Yeah, dude. That was awesome. So then there's a lot of just really going through this survival journey with Leo. I mean, he just wakes
Yeah.
up.
He just gets up and starts.
That's the moment where he gets the line, I died already.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not afraid to die. I've done that already.
My man is literally just like crawling
Yeah. Finding any nutrients that he can fucking eat, like
until
anything.
he gets like a walking stick
Mm-hmm.
and he starts like hobbling.
Yep.
Oh my god.
They really take you
dude.
through it, man. He gets his one like Indian friend at one point. That's
yeah.
That's still kind of a little bit farther. I mean, he finds that bear pelt, right? And then he's still like,
Yeah, he takes the bear pelt
Yeah.
and that becomes his like cloak.
yeah,
I think he takes that bear because I think that bear pelt is from the bear that he killed.
right. Okay,
I
gotcha.
think so.
That would make sense. Yeah.
So yeah, he gets that cloak and it just becomes his like cape.
Yeah, dude,
essentially.
yeah.
He becomes like the spirit of this bear.
Fucking Christ, that's so awesome.
Very,
dude.
very cool.
So he's got some misadventures kind of as he's making his
Yeah,
way
he
back.
meets like a Native American from the same tribe as his wife was from.
Yeah, they have a nice little like
They have a little. He saves him.
Yeah.
Literally, the Pawnee
Yeah.
guy saves him. And then he gets killed by
Fucking sucks.
the French again. Or no, it's not the French, but
I think it is.
is it the French or is it? It's the 1800s. It might still be the French.
I can't remember. We watched 2 movies. I think the French were in it again.
It's always the French
I feel like it's a thing.
in the past.
Just in the past.
But yeah. No, it definitely is the French.
That's
'cause
what I thought. They're fur trappers, right?
They have signs up
Yeah. Yeah.
that are in French.
Does he get on a horse after that to get out of there?
Yeah.
So he's like horseback and everything.
Yeah.
This is when he gets his.
That's when he drops the canteen.
Yes. And then oh my God. I love when they find the canteen.
Yeah,
Fitzgerald's face.
The Frenchman like runs into the town after because like all the crew make it back.
Yeah.
And then a French dude runs into town and is like, "Whoa, all of my men have been killed."
Yeah.
And then he's got the canteen on him.
Yeah.
And Bridger's like, "Where did you get this?"
Yeah. What the fuck? What's that?
And then
Everybody looks at Fitzgerald.
yeah, the truth comes out. And then yeah, he gets found. Glass gets brought back. Bridger gets like arrested.
Fucking sucks, man.
He gets like
I
gets
really
beat
feel
up
bad
by
for
the
him.
captain, and
I feel terrible for him.
yeah, Glass even says like the kid didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And then the captain and Glass go out after Fitzgerald.
Yeah. Yep.
And we get that final confrontation.
I really liked the scene that Henry and Glass have like once Glass makes it back. You see how fucked up he looks,
When
how
they're like
chapped
sitting
his lips
there
are and everything.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. And that's when they agree to go and hunt him down. Fucking.
And they do.
We'll rest in peace, Henry, dude. They
Right.
decided to. He
My man-
scalped him, man.
Yeah.
Fitzgerald scalped him.
Fitzgerald scalped him in order to make it look like Native
Yeah.
Americans killed him.
So fucked, man. He is like scummy beyond belief. Like he's like 2 steps ahead.
No, we hate this dude. And then Glass finds him anyways.
Oh yeah. That the knife struggle
Dude,
lives rent free in my head forever.
it's so good. And then the Rees show up.
Yeah, dude.
They're just like on the other side of the river.
Yeah.
And Glass just like beats the shit out of
They're just like watching.
Fitzgerald and then
Yeah.
like kicks him downstream over to him.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah. I forgot about
Oh.
that actually.
And then he gets scalped.
Yup. He had already almost been scalped before. He's got that like scar.
Yeah.
That's like where his like
You get what you fucking
kind of racism
deserve.
comes from. Yeah. Shit, man.
What an insane movie.
I mean I fucking loved it. What? It's like a 9.
I was gonna say that's like a
I might-
9.5, like 10.
It might be 9.5 or 10. Like that's. I think I'll just give it a 10.
There
To
it
be
is.
honest, I'm just gonna give
It's
it a 10.
really, really good, man.
I feel like it deserves it, and that's the second time I've watched it, and on rewatch, it was
It
just
still
as
deserves it,
fantastic.
yeah.
Right. Definitely check that shit out. So it's a
We love it.
cool pairing of movies today.
Yeah.
I enjoyed kind of watching these kind of close together. It's an interesting double feature.
We've reemerged into the present from our time machine.
Yeah, yeah, we're back. We made it back. So next week we're going to be talking about Revenge Tales.
Yes.
the revenge trope going along with, I mean, we've talked about the Northman and now this, so we've talked about a couple
revenge flicks already.
Yeah, but I want to kind of dive in. We're going to do our own lists. You're going to give me your
Ooh.
5. I'm going to do my 5.
We're gonna compare and contrast.
Yeah, so the revenge tale is just a big thing
It's
through
not
all
just, movies.
media. No, yeah, we're not. I'm not trying to just do movies, so it'll be a fun episode. Definitely stay tuned, guys. Thanks for listening. As always, this has been
The Storyworks Podcast.
episode 9. Cut, bitch.
Sayonara.